Only 5 races remain in the 2013 season. Bill Steinbach has the points lead. Steve Brown's in second place, 5 points out. Chad Lindbergh fired back in third place, but he plays a crucial role in how this championship will shape out. Tonight's race, the Bennny73, 7:30, as Steve Brown counts his season earnings thus far. Tonight's race, a little bit cooler conditions. It was hot all day. These guys haven't raced in about 2 weeks. This track is a little bit green, and we're going to see if they've been able to hold any information they have about these cars for this race to try to get a victory. So get ready for the Bennny73 7:30.
Just past a Jimmy in a white, I've been passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
In the Bennny73 7:30, Steve Brown will be the official pole sitter in the record books. Bill Steinbach starting in second, and Chad Lindbergh in that Chevrolet will begin tonight's action in third place. Get ready for 40 of the most exciting laps of the season. Two, one, go.
Green flag is out. Steve Brown has the lead. He will lead lap number 1. Chad Lindbergh in second, now back to third spot. Hitting the cone in turn number 1 allowed Bill Steinbach to easily get around him. Steve Brown also crashes, gives up the lead to Bill Steinbach, who's now got about a half a lap advantage over Steve.
And then he'll lose second place as he wrecks on the same cone again to Chad Lindbergh. And now he's almost a full lap down, and he'll hit the cone and he'll go a lap down. Oh, and there's a flip.
The first yellow flag of the afternoon for Chad Lindbergh wrecking in turn 2. Here it is again. You can see going into turn number 1, he went in a little too hot, locked up the rear brakes, lost control, accelerated, and then drove up and over the cone. He'll come around, have the bottom lane.
You can see that cone just dent in when he hit it, and he hits it again, this time in turn number 1. And he's a lap down to leader, Steve Brown, in his Dodge today on lap number 10. And there's double wrecks there on the front stretch. Rear-ended is Chad Lindbergh by Steve Brown on lap number 10.
Steve Brown claims the middle lane for this restart. Bill will take the outside. Chad will have the bottom. Green is out! Bill Steinbach flips after contact with Chad Lindbergh. Chad takes the lead away from Bill off turn 4. Bill takes it back with authority out of 2. And then Chad gets hit by Steve Brown. Those two still trying to sort it out and stay on the lead lap. Steve loses a lap to Steinbach as Chad flips in turn 4.
Yellow flag on lap number 14 as Brown came around and hit a flipping Chad Lindbergh at the restart line. And then they'll take the restart line to retake the green flag here in just a moment. You can see the drivers talking to one another on the outside of the speedway there. Green flag is out. Not a good restart for Lindbergh, but he'll take second place, cutting through the center line. He'll now be in third position on the track, not a lap down, but now he is a lap down to leader Steinbach.
Bill Steinbach spins out Steve Brown and drives over him. Chad now in third spot. Some cones scattered about the infield. Steve Brown crashes at the exit of turn number 4, gathers it up, and keeps rolling.
Now Lindbergh's about to go 2 laps down here as we can see him going around. Lap number 20, they all get tangled, and Lindbergh is still ahead of Steinbach. Looks like something that actually happened in the All-Out American Classic there. And as we have a yellow flag on lap 20 for them getting tangled.
You can see this big accident in turn number 2. And Chad Lindbergh, you can see it right there ahead of Bill Steinbach. Chad has the middle. Green flag is back out. He'll go up the racetrack. Steve Brown takes a pretty twisty flip out of turn number 2. Chad lost power in the back straight. Bill Steinbach goes up and over the front stretch wall at the exit of turn number 4, then gets hit by Chad Lindbergh.
Do you realize that if a wreck like that happened in 2010, we would be screaming on this side of the mic?
Pretty routine nowadays. Steve Brown gets around Chad Lindbergh. They crash the apex of turn number 2. Yellow flag is out on lap 27. Quite a caution-filled race we've seen. We haven't seen this since maybe the days of 2011, early 2012.
I know, all the drivers seem to be getting very excited, Lindbergh included there. They all want these last few points here. This is probably the last race that you can say, in quotes, doesn't matter. You know, this is the race where they're still feeling everything out for the championship battle coming ahead. And there's a yellow flag on lap 28 immediately after a restart in turn number 2.
They'll feel that one tomorrow. Quite a hard hit at the outside wall of turn number 2. Steve takes the outside lane. Chad's on the bottom. Bill has the middle lane. Steve goes up and over the wall on the front stretch. And the official word from the scoring tower we're getting is that it was a not taking the green, so they'll redo this restart with the exact same procedures. Track maintenance team fixing some cones in the middle of the speedway as the drivers leisurely look on.
Looks like Limburner's going to have the outside lane on this restart as Steinbach comes around on the inside and just takes out both of the drivers, pushing Brown up into the outside. Well, you have to wonder if that was on purpose, the way he drove away from that one. Yellow flag on lap 29 here as Brown, after that wreck, got tangled with Limburner, who was still trying to drive.
Steve Brown still on the front stretch. Backs up. The dispute on which lane to take. Chad will have the outside lane, and he will come around. Green is back out. Bill has the... Oh, my goodness, out of turn number 2. All 3 cars wrecked, and Steve Brown flipped but landed on his wheels. The field's still disoriented as Steinbach tries to get through this to take the lead. He will take the lead. Chad has second, and Steve's in third. Chad will lose second spot to Steve, wrecking on the cone. In turn number 1, another caution flag. Yellow flag is out on lap 31.
Not to mention that that lap there took about 13 seconds for them to cross the line once again. After all that wrecking in turn 2, Limburner is going to be the cause of this wreck, and he will have the middle lane. Green flag is back out as he drives Brown up into the cone, giving Steinbach a hefty lead.
Steinbach has quite the marginal lead over Chad Limburner, 2 seconds ahead of him that lap. Steve Brown in third place, lap 35. 5 circuits to go. Chad Limburner trying to make some headway on that bottom groove of the racetrack. Steve crashes out of turn number 2, falls back to third place, flips in turn number 3 and 4. Yellow flag is out here on lap 38. Here it is again. Steve Brown went way too hot into that corner, hit the cone, and flipped over as Limburner and Steinbach made contact on the home stretch.
You can see Chad Limburner took the lead there. Steinbach wanted it back, so he hit him real quick. He had quite a run, and now Brown is upside down in turn number 2, and we'll have our first of a possible 3 green-white checker attempts this evening. And we'll see Brown come around. He's on the backstretch now, and he'll take the green flag on the middle lane, it looks to be. Limburner is pretty far over to the inside of the racetrack, though, so we'll wonder if that'll affect his restart.
Steve will squeeze in. Bill comes up the racetrack, but then washes up high out of 4. Chad has the lead. Bill's stuck in turn number 2, and that will bring out another caution flag in the second green-white checkered. Bill will come around for this restart. Chad is taking the outside lane, it looks like. Once again, pretty far down towards the middle. I would assume Steve will take the bottom, but who knows what he'll decide. Still waiting to come up to the line. He backs up. And he will take the bottom lane, so Bill's going to have to squeeze into the middle. Green is back out. Bill has the edge in the lead out of turn number 2. And not what Bill wanted to see, not even 3 feet from the start-finish line, and a yellow flag comes out.
All right, now this is the third and final green-white checker attempt. This time Brown will come around. He was the cause of the caution, hitting the outside barrier between the backstretch and outside of the speedway there where the drivers stand, and green flag is back out. This is the last attempt, so no cautions at all. Brown has a hefty lead.
Steinbach and Limburner will go at it for second place, but Chad flips in turn 3, loses the race. Steinbach cut through the center, but he will pick up second place. Chad throws that Chevrolet onto the racetrack, hits one of the track maintenance workers, drives over Bill Steinbach, and he is still hot after this one.
He will pick up third place points, and a very interesting day of racing, I must say. For all the cautions that we had, there was a lot of racing at the end.
The championship battle heats up as the weather cools down, so you can check it out right here on the Three Rivers RC Racing channel.